Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all know I can't sing, but hi, I am back. And y'all, I haven't given y'all a video in probably 3 or 4 years. And y'all used to love these videos, and I love doing them. So I'm back to at least trying to give you one here and there. But anyways, this is Diary of a Woman with 5 Damn Kids. And the title kind of speaks for itself. I have 5 kids. I have an 18-year-old, I have an 11-year-old, and I have 3 5-year-olds. I know, 3 5-year-olds. And I get so tired of explaining this to y'all. Yes, I did wait until the doctor's appointment before I got pregnant with the twins. They're 10 months apart. The twins were 2 months early. But anyways, that's them. I have Aaliyah, MJ, Jamile, Lady, and Nasir. So all of them are away today in school. And Aaliyah is in college now. Oh, she's at the university, which is 6 minutes away. I can spit on her, thank goodness. Cause I was kind of having some anxiety about like her leaving and all the shit that be happening in the world and stuff like that. But it's nice that she's right up the street. Aaliyah is so responsible, and so, I mean, she's a little over the top when it comes to like herself and education, like to the point to where she pays her tuition and have $3 left in her account, and I'd be like, you're not gonna leave yourself no wiggle room, no Uber money, no nothing, because the car is broken, her car. So she's been, I mean, she's on campus, everything's right there. I think her job is like 1 mile away. She refuses to walk to it, but she won't ride the bus to it. She still be calling us for a ride. I'm like, you better Uber. Shit, my mama ain't taking me no dang on college, but that's a whole nother story. But she moved out, and that Negro moved out in secret. She just got up that morning and said, I'm moving out, I guess. I don't know. We knew it was move out day, so I ain't going to say that. But I got off at 2 in the morning. I was expecting her to wait for me, or at least wake me up to tell me that she was going to go, and see if I wanted to be a part of the day. But nope. I woke up, all her stuff was gone. She was in her dorm chilling. I was like, word? That's how you feel? Well, I didn't want to wake you up. I'm like, y'all asses wake me up to ask me, do we have any milk in the refrigerator? And there's clearly a carton of milk in there. So you couldn't woke me up for your first day, for move out day, but whatever. We ended up having, I think she had like a mini fridge that we had to take up there anyway. So we ended up doing that. And I think I was having a lot of anxiety too, because Leah is really like, Leah is like the third parent in this household. And so she helps a lot, and she was going to stay here. And I was like, no, you should really move out, because you really want to be a sister. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, another parent. You don't have any kids, go out, and then you'll get to miss your siblings when you're away. But we all know that next child is useless, and we know who that is. That's MJ. That is the highlight of every video that I do with these kids, is MJ. Because when I tell you he's useless, like, he's like, first off, MJ can't do more than one thing at a time. So literally I have to direct him in every point of his life. Then he is like stuck to Fortnite, this game. I don't know what it is, but I actually am going to do some sort of video with him, because I need him to explain to me what Fortnite is and why people like it so much. But so anyways, last night he doesn't get to play. He's in 6th grade now, so he doesn't play video games during the week, only on the weekend when school is in. So this fool, I'm like, MJ, you need to take a shower. It's like 9 something, and I'm putting away the food. And I'm like, you need to take a shower. And he's like, I already did. So you know what that means. I'm like, I have to go through this checklist with him. Well, MJ, did you use a towel? MJ, did you have soap? I get to soap and he's like, I'm like, how you don't know if you, I was like, boy, get back in the shower. Made him, so it's like, but that's every single day. And people keep telling me that he's going to grow out of this stage. And I don't know when he's going to grow out of this stage. I mean, I've been having this argument with him since he was like 4. Like, why do I still have, I make soap. Like, you should see the amount of soap that I have in this house. I make fruity soap. I make facial soap. I make eczema soap. I make moisturizing soap. I make a vaginal soap. I make any soap that you can think of. And this fool still gets in the tub with no soap. I don't understand. And the reason I don't always like the twins, or the triplets will take a shower in my bathroom. So we have 1 million bars of soap in there. Leah's gone, so it's not like she keeps her body wash in there. So I don't always check the tub in there just to make sure he has it readily available. And my whole argument that I'm having right now in my head and with you guys who's speaking back to me on the screen is, I shouldn't have to put soap in there for him. He should know to use soap. Anyways, and then like all of his clothes are hung up so I can see everything. All of his stuff is put away neatly. Like, we don't have any of those organization problems that I used to have when I had them early on. So I'm still trying to figure out why he wears plaid with checker, why he be like, to the point where I don't even want to take no school pictures or whatever, like when everybody be posting their kids' first day of school. I don't want one of you. Look at you, son. Just look at you. I shouldn't have to pick your clothes out. So I'm not picking out his clothes. I mean, I don't know. And he'd be out here with a whole different set of people. I'm in New Mexico, so he'd be out here with people who, like, I found out this year that they don't even before school shop. We've been getting duped, y'all. We have been getting gypped all this time. Like, literally out here, they don't before school shop. Like, they shop for school supplies and stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I have nasal problems. So if I sound nasally, that's normal. That's just how I talk. I breathe hard. I'm a little bit fatter than I used to be. That's a whole nother video too. But literally, they don't, like, they only shop for school supplies. So, like, in general, I feel some type of way because I'm always buying new shoes, new clothes, new this, and I be going to, like, when I be dropping the kids off, they be having on cowboy boots, sandals that they had. Their kids' shoes be looking run down, and I don't never want my kids' shoes and all clothes to be run down, but because it's gonna be like it's 90 degrees all week, and it's probably gonna be 90s for a while. It doesn't, like, I guess they just carry over their summer clothes. And so I asked somebody at work, I'm like, so why don't y'all? And they were like, well, we just pretty much shop for seasons. Like, come fall, we'll buy new clothes, but ain't no need to buy new clothes when they're still pretty much in summer. And I was like, word, that makes sense. Like, and then I look at my kids' shoes, like, their aunt bought them some new shoes. So it's like, I really didn't have a reason to buy anything. So I didn't, and I feel liberated. I feel like I have $500 in my bank account that I wouldn't have had for no reason at all, for them to still be in the same kind of clothes. And that's the truth. But anyways, then we have Jamile. Jamile is my favorite child. I don't care that anybody knows it. Everybody knows that I always have had a favorite child. MJ used to be my favorite child, but I said that Negro's useless, so I didn't let him go. I forget him. But Jamile is now my favorite. He's been my favorite for probably 2 or 3 years. You know why he's my favorite? And I don't care what y'all say. Jamile needs nothing. He sits in the corner and minds his own damn business. He cleans up after himself. He don't bother nobody. He don't bother me. Sometimes all he be wanting is food. He plays on his little iPad. He's learning how to read. I mean, he's just a pleasant person. He's a jokester. All of that stuff. I just love him to death. And so y'all know he had this speech problem. He does still have a little bit of a speech problem, but he goes to speech twice a week. And that's it. Like, I literally never have anything to report on him. And then we have the twins. We have Lady and Nasir, who irk the living shit out of me on every single day of their lives. They're very hyperactive. Nasir thinks he knows everything. And he knows actually, Nasir is a very smart child, but I don't like talking to him. I don't feel like when you have children, you should be having grown people conversations with them. I have to have a complete and full grown conversation with Nasir just to let him know that I'm going to the store by myself. And the reason why I have to go by myself, because I told you so, or because I want to, or because I need to, is just not a good answer for him. And it's like you find yourself spiraling into this conversation that you didn't mean to have with him, and so he's so frustrating to talk to. It's about anything. I don't care what it is. Like, it could be about food, anything. He has to tell everybody what to do in the house. He has to tell people how to dress, what to eat. It's annoying, and he thinks he's a whole grown person. He's not, and I'm over it. And then Lady is the prettiest thing ever, and she gets less on my nerves as days get on. But literally, when she walks in the room, y'all ever seen Friday? Every time Lady come in the room, I be like, here come Felicia with her begging ass. So I don't care. Whatever you have, Lady has to eat some of it, taste it, touch it. She always needs something, like, and then she needs it in a whiny voice. And I swear my Aunt Lily swears that Lady is like I used to be, and I'm like, there's no way I was ever that annoying. But I have to still keep an eye on everything that they do. Like, well, not everything they do, but I heard Lady say yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? She was like, I'm having a hard time. I really have a hard time doing this. So I go in the room, and this Negro is at the very top bunk. And Nasir is holding my yoga ball. And she was finna jump from the top bunk all the way down to the yoga ball. And in my mind, I just see cartoon shit happening. Like, I just literally see her hit the ball and fly into the wall and just die. Like, I just feel like, why? Like, why do y'all do some of the shit that y'all do? Like, Lady, like, of all, and then I'm like, nah, she was just gonna let your sister jump. Nah, you wasn't gonna jump. You was gonna let her jump and kill herself. It just be the most. And so I was literally, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I was literally trying to figure out, like, why are they so hyperactive? Like, the first 3 kids were normal. Like, MJ could use a little stimulation. Like, his teacher last year told me I should give him some coffee because that'll help him pay attention more. I was like, yeah, I know. But anyway, so he, like, all the first 3 were, like, really normal, and they're very hyper. And I'm like, I think about my mom, like, I'd be like, what did you do different with the kids? Because we talk about the differences in our siblings, of course. But I was like, what did you do? What did I do different? And I really thought about it, and I was like, yo. So, okay. Story was, I'm hyperemesis when I'm pregnant. So I'm either spitting in a cup or throwing up. Every single day of my pregnancy, I do this. My senses are very heightened. I could smell. I had some Tabasco, like, Cheez-Its one time in my nightstand, covered up in a bag, and I could still smell them in my nightstand while I was laying in the bed. So I'm very heightened senses. So with MJ, I used to put on a mask when I had to go in a patient's room, and I would put alcohol swabs under so I couldn't smell whatever the smell was that was bothering me to take care of my patients. I don't remember what I did with Jamile, but with Lady and Nasir, I used to sniff hand sanitizer. And I used to do that. I did that probably 5 months of my pregnancy. And so I asked the doctor, I was like, well, you think it's hurting him? And she was like, probably. And I'd be like, well, I can't stop. Like, it's the only thing that keeps me from being nauseous or throwing up. And at that point, I was addicted to it already. Like, to the point to where I would have to, like, I would rub the sanitizer in my hand, and I would do like this, and I would do that probably 5 or 6 times within the hour. And so I only used to do it when I was at work, and then I started to do it at home. And then even like at home, I would have like Purell, and that wasn't even strong enough. So I would take the hand sanitizer and put it in my bag to make sure I always had it with me. I don't care where I was, like I had to have it. And people who work with me used to be like, Tosh, you better stop. And I'd be like, I can't stop. It's like those people who be eating dirt when they're pregnant, or people who used to eat cornstarch. Like I literally couldn't stop. So now I know why they're a little retarded. I know I shouldn't say that word, but that's, I mean, my kids act like just constantly moving, constantly going, and I just think like, man, that's what happened. Like, it ain't them babies' fault. I can't be yelling at them. Just my fault. I did this to them. But it's the truth, y'all. I really tried to stop, and I couldn't stop, and it was so bad to where when I had them, I was like, I didn't really have the urge to do it. It's like as soon as my hormones leveled out, I didn't have the urge to do it. So I did it one day, and I just sniffed it, and I was like, damn. Like, it was so strong. I was shocked that I had any kind of like nasal passages left, because that's how strong that stuff was. And this was like hospital strength. But that's my story. And so far, y'all, you know how the beginning of the school year goes. I never really have too much to report. I'm just kind of catching y'all up on where we are. Jamile's birthday is tomorrow, so I'll probably bring him some cupcakes. I am anticipating no less than 5 to 6 phone calls from MJ this year. That's normal for us. Either he's gotten kicked off the bus. I mean, he legit gets kicked off the bus 2 to 3 times a year since he's been a kid, since he started riding the school bus. That's just because MJ is insubordinate. He just has, I wonder where he gets that from. He just has a terrible attitude. When he don't want to do what they want him to do, when he wants to do what he wants to do, he literally has a bad attitude about it. And then he doesn't ride the same bus with Jamile and the twins anymore. So I'm hoping that we have a good school year, a productive school year. I hope that MJ doesn't bring home somebody else's project with his name on it like he did last year. I'm like, the whole MJ, the whole project looks spotless, and it looks like a 3-year-old wrote your name on the top. Do you really think your teacher thought that was you? And that's last year. We're going to leave last year, and last year we're going to go into this year. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging in there and watching this long ass video. And I hope to be making more videos for you guys soon. And I will talk to you later. Bye.